Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of 1on1Soul with 121Soul.
That's us.
It is us, yeah. I kind of forgot who I was for a moment.
You know, it's easy to do.
It's wanting to happen. You know,
Yeah.
disassociation and such.
I love that.
It's a good time.
That's how I write all of our
You should always try it.
Yeah.
Just give it a try. For like a weekend, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're coming back this week. We got another song that I'm going to be showing my good friend Tyler. Oh, by the way, that's Tyler Petty. I'm Jack Sharstein. You probably know that by now. But,
yeah, you know, just in case. New subscribers.
Exactly.
Always, you know.
That's what we're looking for.
Right.
So I'm giving Tyler kind of a weird band this week. And it's a band that you've heard one time before, I know. And if you remember, like, actually a year ago, you and I were hand cutting out stickers to sell at a show.
Oh, yeah.
Which was an interesting time. And we were just showing each other random songs. And I showed you a song by these guys. And you enjoyed it at the time.
Okay,
so we'll
good.
see if that keeps up.
Yeah,
but
because I don't remember that time.
I know, yeah.
But I barely remember last week.
It was a strange time, of course.
It was indeed a strange time.
Yeah. But the band's called Thank You Scientist. They met at a music school in New Jersey, I think. And there's a very eclectic kind of instrumentation for a progressive metal rock type band.
Please tell me one of them plays the hurdy-gurdy.
No, I do know a band that has hurdy-gurdy player, though. Maybe we'll listen to them.
All right.
They're
all right.
Oh, that's a cool band.
That's a promise. Hold him to it.
They're like a folk metal band from Europe, though. So,
That makes sense.
I know, right? Yeah.
That really does make sense.
Cool band, though. But anyway, I'm not going to tell you what the instrumentation is, because you'll be excited about it.
Yeah.
But they're pretty unique, and they've got a really excellent, like, just songwriting in terms of, like, they got all these cool instrumental parts that work together. And I just think that's something you might connect with.
Okay.
But I'm not sure, because the instrumentation thing's just kind of out of left field. That's not what we've been listening to on this channel thus far. You know?
Well, yeah.
But we'll see if they can win you over with their little parts writing and musicianship.
We will see.
Yeah, and this is from their first album. It's called Maps of Non-Existent Places, which is an awesome album title.
That's so good. I know. I was about to say that.
But the song title is "Feed Your Horses," Feed the Horses, which is
we got to start all over now.
I know,
right?
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome back.
Yeah. But I think we just gotta jump in and kind of see how you're feeling about the boys and Thank You Scientist.
All right.
So let's feed the horses.
Color me excited, I guess. Instant King Crimson. Just instantly.
Like what? Metal guitar and then the trumpet comes in?
Yeah. And a violin.
Yes.
That's nuts. That's so cool. This is like if King Crimson was hired to do a ballroom gig.
You're feeling like you're going
With
down.
Michael Jackson as the
Of
singer.
course, yeah. I really like this guy's voice. Yeah.
Don't tell me how it's going down. Yeah.
That guitar now?
I don't know what's going on, but I'm so ignorant.
A little closer. I'll take you from Burning Avenue, and I won't be your Burning Avenue. No.
Yeah, this is so cool.
And so far I can't tell anything apart. Where's the love you're after?
There's so much going on here.
Love this chorus.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah. They know when to drive for sure. Violin's going off.
All right, so We'll give you a little break there.
Yeah.
There's a lot flying at you.
This is what I imagine would happen if you just let a jazz class go for like 24 hours. Just see what they come up with.
Exactly, yeah. Like I said, these guys met in music school, so they've got. I think,
that makes
from
so
what
much
I've read, the guitar player is kind of like the band leader and does a lot of the writing. But yeah, but they're all obviously big music nerds. Like you can tell that from so many different styles. Yeah. But yeah, so they got the guitar player, they got bass, they got drums, which are all like pretty contemporary sounding.
Yeah.
Especially like the bass is like that's a prog metal bass
tone.
And the guitar definitely leans into the more kind of hard rock side of things. But then he's also playing funk stuff on a really clean patch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then of course the stuff that's really exciting, we got the violin, we got the horns.
Right.
Yeah. Which is just fantastic.
Yeah, I was not expecting that in the least.
Yeah, no one ever does. Yeah.
It's so cool though.
But that's just what their band is. That's their sound. Yeah, and they've some of their influences they talked about. One of the big ones actually is Mahavishnu Orchestra.
That makes so much sense.
I know, right? Which I know you're obviously a big fan of.
Oh yeah. I got their first album that just the title completely left me. Roast me in the comments because I should know that. Their first album, sitting downstairs, I play that one all the time. There's a lot of influences, especially with the horns, the way they kind of integrate with, like, I'm just hearing the jazz middle section of 21st Century Schizoid Man.
Oh, yeah. Like, absolutely,
It's nuts how you can just kind of, like, see the through lines, but that's just, like, looking through the window. This is something so unique. It's just so cool how they've done this.
Yeah, and, like, the way they just write all their parts is just so fascinating to me, because like the intro where it's like dun dun dun, like that's like a Slayer type riff. Yeah. But the horns are coming on and it's like so the tone's totally different. It's so crazy, but it's so fascinating to listen to. It makes me smile every time I listen. to these
absolutely,
guys. Yeah. But we'll keep trucking on through.
Yeah, I'm excited for this.
And that chorus is like one of my favorites.
That is a good chorus.
When he brings the ride in on the second half. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I'll stop yapping.
That was a hi-hat, by the way. You did the wrong beatbox.
You're feeling like you're going down. Your sinking ship is big enough for two. Tell me you're alone. I will be the one.
Just letting the guitar drive it once. I like it.
A little breakdown type section.
So come on, a little closer.
You're never ready for it. It's so good.
Bass is like doing like a dirty slap. It's like, what is all this? Everything. Just throwing everything out there.
Nuts. The singer's voice is so unique as well.
Yeah, he's got a very high voice.
He does.
We're
back now. Cool, you can trace his hands through the drums are so well done. A little bit of Panic.
Yeah. This whole part's such like a seamless transition between like metal and jazz. It's so cool.
Yeah. And there's such a strange safety in that his voice sounds that way.
Yeah.
Just a quick throwback to the 1960s and briefly, or 50s maybe. They know what they're doing to build a song. songs, not the chorus. I love it when songs do that.
Put it in the bridge.
I played around with that myself. I love weird formats like that. Let the horns have their feature,
And the violin's doing like a tremolo, like open string.
Yeah, they're good at building tension.
Calling out your name, I run. Calling out your name, I'm calling out your name. Calling out your name. Calling
Back into it.
After all that tension.
They're really good at doing that with tension. Like you can twist it, and torsion it, and rip it, but then all of a sudden it's just right back in. So good. So many modulations on the theme too, which I love. Oh yeah.
There you go.
No, I needed that in my life, and I didn't realize that until right now.
It's so cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So cool.
Absolutely.
Just oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
I totally get lost in like the chorus of the song, but there's so many little things you could just go in and like pick apart, like I like the 2-bar phrases that they throw in. They're just like something crazy. It's like, oh, what? But then I just keep going.
Yeah. It's like they've all got a different colored like object or different color like ball of sorts that they just all got. And all of a sudden they just start throwing back and forth.
It around.
Just going, and then all of a sudden they're like, all right, yeah, we'll hold on to this for a second. We'll just keep it warm for a second, and they just keep doing that. And it's so cool.
And talking about sort of like the orchestration like that, like if you've got like one primary songwriter, like I think that's what I've read pretty much. But so he's probably creating this huge like complex work, but then he's like taking sections out of it and like handing them off, like, all right, so now you're going to take these notes and you're going to take these notes, and there's got to be like some level of trust there that that's all going to come together in the end. Yeah.
You want me to do what? And
exactly.
Then it works.
Yeah, where each individual part might not like for a lot of the parts of the song, like the horns aren't doing like every note,
right?
And the violin's not doing every note, and stuff, but when they all come together, it's this huge tapestry.
It builds it well. It knows how to use its, I guess, sparseness to its advantage.
That too, yeah.
It knows when to pull out, pull back, and just let like the core rhythm section plus guitar leader really drive the song. And that he uses so many different guitar tones as well just helps.
Yeah.
He knows when it needs some filler in his own instrument. Then other than that, it's like, all right, guys, come back. Let's do this. Yeah. It's very well orchestrated and well arranged.
And the engineering really helps this too. Like, well, you talked about getting like the very unique tones to kind of separate the sections that you want to do. And also just like, because the violin mostly is out here in the right ear when it's doing lead stuff, and the horns are pretty much on the left. Right. And everything's got, like you said with the drums, they're super wide, and they've got a lot of space for like the individual drums you can hear.
You can track with hands.
Exactly.
I love it when you can do that.
Yeah. So it really, as a listening experience, it really feels like an ensemble.
Right, absolutely. I love that as well. It's so fully well built, but you can just point directly to who's doing what.
Exactly.
And I love it when that happens. Every personality is visible.
Yeah, and the players' personalities you can definitely feel too. That's one
of the things that just so helps it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's super unique band. The song I showed you before that you probably don't remember is called Mr. Invisible off their next album, which is like one of my favorite songs, like top 10 songs ever.
I remember you saying that name.
Yeah.
I think I would remember the song
if we started playing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would, but right now, Fever Dream.
Oh, I know. These guys, they've never really made a bad song in my opinion. They're just everything's got something unique about it going on.
When that happens.
So hopefully we'll come back to these guys in the future.
Yeah.
There's a lot to love.
I mean, we've done 2 of Opeth, we've done 2 of Haken.
That's true, yeah.
I would not be opposed.
I'd put these guys up there with them in terms of That kind of creativity and stuff.
Oh yeah,
off the wall songwriting.
That you're willing to put those instruments in a progressive metal song. Oh yeah, you go for it.
Yeah, and that's they get kind of lumped in with the whole progressive metal thing. I think most of that being from it's written from a guitar player's perspective,
sure,
and he's definitely got that metal influence.
Yeah, and of course the drums there, you kind of can't ignore.
Yeah. So and especially their bass. I know their original bass player was super into all that type of stuff, and you can hear it. He's the one playing on this. You can hear that his tone and stuff. And their new bass player is also phenomenally talented. I've got a couple of their tab books, and he wrote a really cool foreword in one of them, kind of explaining his process, which was awesome. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of him just immediately from that. Yeah. But anyway, that was Thank You, Scientist. Little feed the horses.
You're very welcome.
Oh, of course.
You gotta do it.
It's so easy. It's right there.
He's right there.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys kind of enjoyed that, kind of dug the off the wall stuff that was going on here. I know Tyler seemed
I did.
Great. Yeah. So check back in every Tuesday. We'll be coming at you with more videos of weird bands like this.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all we listen to.
Yeah, it is,
It's got to be weird.
Yeah, it's got to be weird.
Yeah.
Got to be long and weird.
Yeah, and if you look down in the description, you've got a link to our Spotify page. We got a playlist on there that's got every song that we've done on this series on it. So if you miss an episode of ours, want to go back and just discover some new music, try and check that out, and maybe you'll find another weird band that kind of speaks to you. Yeah.
Or one of your favorite bands, and you go, oh, they talked about that song?
Exactly, yeah.
We got some popular ones on there as well.
We do. Some classic hits.
Good old,
Well, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next week.